As you can see, the fascia boards are going up and the roof will be put on today. Well, we've just had a little break for ice cream. How about this? An ice cream sandwich. Don't get that in England. Just finishing off the detail in the corner here. The roof is now on. We're nearing the end of the day now, and they're mixing up a load of CPAC to put around the back of the posts. So I've been digging out the back of the post today because when they were doing the ring beam, obviously they were blocking the back area of the post, so none of the posts have got any support to their rear. And so I've dug out down to the original pad that the posts are sitting on, and I've asked that they fill these holes up with concrete to give the post support from the back edge. So all 6 of them need to be done. So this will be the final job today. They're clearing the soil, ready for making sure that it's at the right level to have the CPAC coat on. But that will be a couple of days' time because it's a Sunday. We can't order it for Monday. We'll have to order it tomorrow for Tuesday. So tomorrow they will be putting in a beam across the centre of the garage at ground level and finishing off preparing the floor for the CPAC, creating a steel mesh, custom made, and obviously preparing shuttering around 2 edges of the garage. The shower room area is having a slightly lower level of sand onto which the CPAC will be poured, because there will be a step down into the room and then a further step down into the shower area to keep the water in place, stop it coming out through the doorway, and to enable easy cleaning without getting the garage floor wet. So we want to make sure that the CPAC in this area is going to be thick enough, a minimum of 10 centimetres, so that we don't have any cracking or anything like that because it's too thin.
เป็นแบบไปเลย
เป็นแบบได้เหรอลงมาเลยแล้ว
เอาเป็นแบบลงไปเลย
เป็นแบบที่เฮ็ดใหม่จ้ะ
บ่ได้หรอกนี่
กล่องเขา
ใส่
ใส่
ส
ดี
นามไม่อีก
นะกล่องเขาคือใส่ดีใช่ไหม
แบบนายธนาคาร
เกี่ยวใส่เกี่ยวพูดแล้ว
อากาศที่เที่ยวอ่ะ
ว่านายธนาคารเนาะพี่ไปแล้ว
ฮะ
So we've got one more day of preparation here before the CPAC is delivered first thing tomorrow morning. They've got the steel in for the beam connecting the middle two posts, and that will provide a bit of extra strength for the CPAC floor, bit of support. And they are now creating the extra foundation for the wall for the shower room. Although they did say, or rather Suntory said, that they would build on top of the CPAC, which should be sufficient. But belt and braces, Rodney, belt and braces. I guess this will just make sure that there's no movement of the CPAC even slightly after they've built the wall, which will lead to some cracking, especially as this is obviously a bathroom which will be tiled, so that's quite vulnerable to any slight movements. Right, I'm going to go and get my car in here because we've got a load of cement in the back of it to unload. I'll see what they're doing here actually. When we started the driveway slope, I pointed out that a couple of the stays were going to be above the level of the slope, so they had to remove the already prepared steelwork for those stays, and now they're reusing it here in the foundations. So they've saved themselves some work and reused some steel that could have been wasted.
นี่ป้าแม่เราบอกของตาเล็กที่ไหนล้างมั้ยล้างทั้งเลยทั้งเลยนั่นแหละ
I'm just getting them to reset these boards. I had them set out like this one here on the edge of the garage for the CPAC, and what I wanted them to do was to put the board in the middle of the post, middle of the CPAC. Middle of the beam, and that means that when the CPAC for the driveway is laid later on, that'll be the last job, it'll start by being supported on this edge here, so that will help to keep it from becoming a separate slab to the slab in the garage. It'll give it some support there, and then we can build supports on the way down to make sure that it doesn't move or doesn't have an inclination to slide or to sink. if we'd had the boards left exactly where they are now, then the new slab for the driveway would undoubtedly have cracked along this line as it moved very, very slightly, and then that would let water in underneath both the slabs.
ตัดตัดตัด
เดี๋ยวก็อย่างนี้
นี่เอาอันนี้ขึ้นมาเบื่อตัดเลย
I have a feeling what they're going to do is that they've got this concrete base in early in the day, and later on in the day they'll put at least one course of blocks in place to define the shower room. That will make it very much easier for them to create a lower floor level within the shower room when the CPAC is poured tomorrow. Whilst the garage is being built, Suntory is busy building something herself. She's building a feeding trough for the cows. So she's using all the offcuts from the wood that we had. And she's also repairing the fence around the cow shed. Especially as Tong Dam, he's so strong, he's really getting to learn to push and lift. Sometimes he actually gets out of this cow shed early in the morning. Luckily he goes into the field part rather than the road part. This is the second snake that Suntory has killed so far today in the cow shed while she's been doing this building work, because she's disturbed the ground and they've come out. So she's had a big dig around just here. She saw 3 snakes, she's killed one, she saw one run off, and she's just managed to hunt this one down. So that can go over there.